Hey, Cancer, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your December 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly reading giveaway or the newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below. All right, so Cancer, I've already laid out your cards here, and I feel like there is some sort of truth, something that you are able to see, some wisdom or knowledge gained that is going to shift and alter your life forever. Once your eyes are open to a situation, you can't unsee something. Even if it's challenging, even if it's difficult, you are seeing things from a brand new perspective, a new way than you've ever seen them before. And like I said, you can't go back on it, but it's pulling at you because you do have the Two of Swords coming in. So I feel like your head is in one direction, your heart is in another. And there could even be a disbelief factor around something that you are realizing. And that may be you kind of catching up with what you need to now do to move forward. There's clarity here, which I like. There's a sense of awareness, and I'm getting here sometimes the truth isn't always favorable. It's not always what we want, but it's what we need to be able to move forward and align our energy with people, places, and things that bring us abundance, prosperity, love, happiness, and most importantly, growth as well. So again, eyes wide open is the energy of the past. Now in the present month, because you've acquired some sort of knowledge or wisdom, you're able to fill your own cup here, Cancer. You have the tin cup. But it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort for you to start choosing. And even if you're single, this could be about you choosing to cut out things that are no longer serving you, things that no longer fulfill you, or relationships that are one-sided. They may be very, very stressful. I'm getting completions showing up here where you've completed a cycle. Now you're able to see that cycle for what it was. And now you're able to focus on some of that wisdom that you've acquired and gained, some of those lessons, and you're putting them to work here for you. And I feel like it's favorable. You have some really favorable things coming in here. Now, it's going to get exciting. Things could get quite spicy here for you. You have the cinnamon, you have the spice. This is about exciting shifts coming in for you. Once we move through maybe some of the fears or some of the impatience, because we do have the Temperance showing up here. We have the Nine of Wands. So don't give up. You're almost there. Spirit is saying your discipline, your persistence, and your spiritual strength is going to pay off in huge ways. Now, advice from Spirit. What's helping you at this time? You have the planting of the seeds with the dandelion here. This is my wish flower. So go ahead and make a wish here, Cancer, because whatever it is that you've been wanting, you've actually been planting the seeds for quite some time. And you're going to see that these things are starting to scatter out into the ether, out into the universe. But that does mean letting go of relationships again, or patterns or old versions of yourself, in order for you to be creative, in order for you to be fertile and manifest what it is that you want in this world when it comes to love, when it comes to family. Okay, so I certainly sense that you've planted some seeds. Now you're in that creative flow. This is Empress energy. So some of you, it is about nurturing things that, you can fill your cup with, right? Nurturing those things, nurturing and fostering those relationships that are, based on authenticity, loyalty, fun, creativity, as well as stability for a lot of you. Now let's dive into your reading here. You start off with both of these cards came out together as I was shuffling. So it could be a little bit of crossing of both, but you have the Nine of Wands and the Three of Cups. The Nine of Wands could be frustration, from feeling a little bit left out. This could be a sibling rivalry. It could be a friendship. Some of you, you're just busy focusing on maybe raising children. You can see here with the 9 of Wands, if this isn't your own young children, this could be dealing with immaturity, dealing with people who they trigger you. They get the best of you. And no matter what, it's like you're talking to a small child here. And that's frustrating. You don't want to be in that energy. But I feel like you've done all that you could. But there was no sort of resolve. And now there's some sort of truth about a situation. I also get for some of you, you could have talked to a therapist, a coach, talked to a family member. You may have asked someone for guidance, for advice. I also sense that there could be someone who maybe even has a little bit of an overindulgent tendency to maybe overdrink or overeat or overindulge in unhealthy things. And it leaves you feeling frustrated. For some of you, could be someone, yes, who's younger than you, but someone who hasn't learned some lessons around growth, maturity, relationships. I feel that way with the cup showing up here. It's like you want to try to get through to them, but it's difficult because they're at a different level than you when it comes to learning, when it comes to comprehending or conceiving. Okay, because I do feel like the 9 of Wands is your main energy, and the 3 of Cups could be what's crossing you. So Spirit is saying, don't give up. You are a warrior. Even if you feel wounded at times, you have the strength, the determination, the motivation to keep on going. Some of you, there could be a social gathering or an event that shows up for you this month that you are stressing about, or there's someone that you just don't get along with, or maybe you are the one that shows up single and everybody else is saying, Cancer, where's your, other half? Where's your significant other? What's happening? Why aren't you in a relationship? Or where are the kids? Something like that. But the 3 of Cups is saying, you have a pass. You can give yourself a pass and say, I'm going to check out early, or I don't have to be part of that gossip, or I don't have to let someone trigger me or push my buttons. Yeah, I feel like there can be cause for celebration here. We don't have to feel like we need to go to these extremes. And for some of you, this hasn't happened yet. But the advice is to go with the flow, set healthy boundaries, and remove yourself from situations that are not in alignment with who you are. And that may surprise some people. That may actually get a rise out of some people. But like I always say, not my monkeys, not my circus. Not your dishes, not your sink. Just kind of put it over here and say, well, you can go ahead and do your thing. I'm going to do mine. And what I'm doing, it doesn't have anything to do with you, right? Watch your own bobber. So I feel like there could be a situation that some of you have gone through where someone may have put you in a third-party situation. Whether this was another person, whether someone chose their addictions or someone chose their immature behavior instead of feeding love into this relationship. Now, what's below you? You have the 2 of Cups in reverse. Some sort of connection that went awry, right? It went in 2 separate directions where you wanted to at some point maybe grow old with this person, or this was someone that you could see yourself having a life with. 2 of Cups in the reverse, this is the past. There may have not been enough to keep the both of you engaged in that loving energy. And this is different than, relationships going its course, but I feel like you were on a completely different page than this other person here. However, there was a strong pull. This could be a karmic relationship. For some of you, maybe this is twin flame, but I am getting with this 2 of Cups. You want to manifest your soulmate. You want to manifest here an attraction where you feel the love, you feel the romance, where you're not letting past situations or each other's baggage get in the way or interfere with the relationship dynamic. This is the type of love that you want. Look at these 2. Even though they have, different backgrounds, different ethnicities, whether this is a close friend, whether it's a lover, whether it's a family member, you can reconcile through differences if you're looking to, but for others of you, you want to find someone that you are on the same page with. And look at their body language as well. They're into each other, as in you can see that there is mutual respect. And I'm getting that some of you, someone disrespected your boundaries, disrespected your, opinions or feelings. Feelings is a big one with the cups. Someone disrespected your feelings, and yeah, it just went south is what I'm getting. Now, in the past here, you have the Temperance in reverse. Someone may not have had the patience to deal with this relationship because it was like training, a child in a way. Some of you may have even had a past life connection with this person as their parents. Okay, you could have taught them, or again, it was a karmic relationship where maybe part of the soul lesson was patience here. You can see the Temperance angel on the back, Cancer. But Temperance in reverse is extremes in behaviors. And we see that showing up here in the Three of Cups. I mean, yeah, they're having a grand old time, but someone's behaviors got the best of them. Someone's lifestyle didn't align with yours. Now, what's above you is the Two of Swords. It is in reverse. So I feel with this showing up in reverse, this is about you finally making a decision and sticking to it. You don't want that back and forth. And I was feeling that back and forth here in the beginning of your reading, but it's like you now know. You have the wisdom to move forward and to make a decision that you can tell yourself, Cancer, yes, this is for my highest good. I don't need to second guess. I don't need to go back and relearn. I don't need to repeat those same patterns. I don't need to replay out the same cycle, the same dynamic, the same type of relationship as possibly you did in the past. Because you have the clarity, you're able to see things or see a person for who they are, or, what you've needed to learn. And that's why you have the Two of Swords, though, because you're teeter-tottering back and forth. You can see two people laying in bed there. Some of you, this is not being able to connect with your person. Back to back isn't good. Right? This is about crossroads, right? You feel like you're at a crossroads and you just can't get along, or you can't get on the same page. Or maybe some of you are searching. I mean, maybe this is your person, your soulmate that you're wanting to call in, and that person is looking for you and vice versa, but you're sleeping in separate beds in separate places in separate locations. And you want more than that is what I feel. Cancer, what's happening in the near future? Seven of Cups. There's some more options, decisions. Now, some of you have some options out there. You have some options of people, of, events or gatherings. I feel like you are quite the hot commodity this month, Cancer. You may get invited to many different events or dates. I sense that if you are in a relationship, there could be a lot of maybe family gatherings if you celebrate the holidays. I also see that you're planting the seeds and you're seeing these actually ripen here in front of you. So now that you're seeing some of these seeds, right, you're able to water some of those relationships, foster some of them, nurture some of them. And it doesn't have to be with, 5 different men or 5 different women. This can be the relationship with your sister and your bestie, and maybe that new person you're talking to on social media. Whatever this is here, you're filling your own cup. And that's what we said here is happening for you in December with the Tin Cup. I mean, look at all this cup energy. You have the Three of Cups, the Two of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups here. So definitely a lot of emotion being put into what it is that you do. Now, how are you feeling? You're feeling the Knight of Cups in reverse, but the good news is we can level up within this energy because there's always a polarity, right? And I read intuitively, and I feel like there could be an offer that you just plainly and simply refuse. Okay, this is something that you're saying, yeah, thank you, but no thank you. I've already done that, or I know your type. And it's not saying that you're judging a book by the cover, but I feel like you notice red flags now that you've already been through it. You have the wisdom. So anything that seems like a red flag, right? Maybe someone says, oh, I'm not much of a drinker, but you've seen how they drink. You've seen what they drink. And that's something of the past that you're also saying, okay, I've been through that cycle. Or maybe you're seeing the way that someone treats family members or treats their children or their mother or the waitress, right? You're seeing these things and it's going to help you move forward. And I feel like there could be a kind offer you're refusing or an offer of love that you may be refusing, but because you know that this is in your highest good, you don't want that stress. You don't want that 9 of Wands energy here. You've been wounded enough. You're determined now to fill your own cup, even if that means that you are saying no or letting others down. Now, what's going on in your environment? You have the 6 of Wands. I love the 6 of Wands, especially in this card, in this deck. Look at him. This guy's in a wheelchair, but that is not stopping him from playing basketball, right? This guy is determined, and you start off with the 9 of Wands. So this is, how you're feeling as well. No matter what has happened to you, even if you felt at times like you couldn't move forward, the universe always comes in and opens a door, Cancer, and says, oh, yes, you can. You have what it takes. You're not, bound to anything. There's nothing holding you back. And other people are recognizing this and seeing this within you. And that may upset the status quo. That may upset some people because you may have to reject them. But I am getting with the 6 of Wands, this is about success. It's about being recognized instead of feeling overlooked, instead of feeling humiliated or shamed. And some of you felt shamed or humiliated by continuing to let someone encroach in your energy or to take advantage or to keep telling a family member the same story. Yeah, I really shouldn't be in this relationship, but I'm staying. And it was like a repetitive pattern. And I feel like you were getting sick and tired of your own stuff as well. You got sick and tired of telling the same story is what I'm getting here. Now you are a success, whatever that may look like when it comes to relationships, when it comes to family. I also get that your family, there are certain family members that are very proud of you. They could be in spirit as well. They may have crossed over, but it's like you're breaking some sort of mold on how relationships were done in your family origin. Okay. You're being patient, and patience is a hard lesson to learn. It really is. Just like when we bake, you can see here in the recent past, you have the Temperance, and in order to have something that turns out good, right? In order to bake those cookies that turn out good, you have to have the ingredients, most of them anyway, if not all of them. You have to measure, you have to mix, there's a certain timing factor. You have to be able to put it in the right dish or the right pan or cookie sheet. And then you have to be patient while it cooks. I mean, you can take some nibbles of it, right? But I feel like a lot of you've had to learn some sort of step-by-step process. And you were able to shift up the recipe in a sense. So it's like some sort of recipe on how to do it was shaken up where everybody was giving you advice, right? You've ever asked for a specific recipe and everybody and their mom will tell you, this is how I do it, or that's how many cups of sugar you should put into it, or whatever it may be. But I feel, excuse me, I feel like this was your own recipe here. However, with the 6 of Wands, you are determined to make something work here for yourself, even if it may be challenging for others to hear. Okay. It's like constantly doing the same thing, constantly making the same type of cookie and sticking it in for the time that you thought it was supposed to go in, but they're burnt every single time, but you keep doing the same thing. Who wants burnt cookies? You weren't learning the lesson. You didn't understand, or someone didn't understand here how to shift up the recipe, and now you've got it. It's like you have the perfect recipe here and you're going to win. You're going to land on top here with the 6 of Wands. So I like this showing up in your environment. Now the hopes and fears may be around children. Page of Wands. Maybe it has to do with the children. Are the kids going to be okay? Or it could be maturing, right? Learning the lessons that you need to. This could be someone else growing up, someone else changing, maybe their partying ways, their habits, their inconsistencies, their in and out. The Page of Wands can be quite fiery. They're very curious, right? There is an opportunity here for growth, but it's important here for someone around you to stay consistent within their actions. And they're giving me that phrase, actions speak louder than words. But I like to trump that phrase with consistency speaks louder than action. So yes, someone can walk the walk instead of talk the talk for a week, but you got to keep doing it, right? You can't put the cookies in the oven and change up the time and change up the recipe and not write it down. And then the next week you revert back to the old recipe. You're going to end up with burnt cookies, right? So this Page of Wands, you want to learn the lesson so you don't have to keep repeating it here, because your final outcome is the Tower. There's something crumbling down here. And it's so interesting that we use the burnt cookies analogy, because something's going up in flames. All right. Something here is dismantling is the word, dismantle. It's like you're just throwing away, all the burnt cookies and you're saying, I'm starting from scratch. Here's what I need. This is what I need to do. I'm not making cookies anymore. I'm going to make a cake, right? Or I'm going to make, flan or something extravagant, because this is symbolism. I hope you're following me here. But it's like, instead of having burnt cookies as your relationship metaphor, it's like, I want some chocolate tiramisu, or I want some flan. I want to be able to, go big, go home or go big with that Six of Wands. And I feel like in order for you to receive this divine abundance within yourself, you have to be willing to dismantle the old. There is big change coming in here. It could be a big surprise. This is a major awakening for you, Cancer, a shattering of the old, but it's actually offering you freedom. But now, going back to that burnt cookie analogy, you have the fire warnings, right? Fire detectors. You have them able to kind of go off if you lose sight, or if you get distracted, or maybe you step outside. You can't not hear those alarms going off. So if something doesn't sit right within you, I feel like you're trusting in your own intuition. Let's get a message here from the Wisdom of the Oracle. What do we need to know for Cancer, please? Wisdom of the Oracle. December, love and family. Soulmates. Yeah, you're calling in a soulmate here, or some of you are dismantling the foundation of a relationship in order for you to start fresh, start from scratch. Okay, take it as it resonates to your story here, but you're definitely calling in a soulmate. That's why a lot of you are having this Tower. It's to shift any of the old to make way for new. Some of you may be 41 years old. You may be a life path 5, or maybe you're in a 5 personal year. All right, let's take a look here. Card 41 is all about harmonious partnerships. And this also is, the Two of Cups energy as well. So don't give up on this dream, this Two of Cups, whether it's the person that's on your mind and it's something that you want to be able to go the distance, or if it's someone new you are attracting. The story is going to be different for each and every one of you, but the underlying energy is the soulmate, is that heart, harmonious relationships, companionship, love, friendships, a relationship fostering personal growth, because you want to be able to nurture your own self, but you want to be a better person. You want someone who brings out the best of you, right? Not what's left of you. When it comes to relationships, consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you will finally claim who you are meant to be. That's what we're doing. We're breaking that open here. So you can be who you're meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate. And some of us, well, all of us, we have many different soulmates. It doesn't just have to be a lover. It could be a friend, a family member, a pet, anyone here. We have many of them. And it says that this soulmate has come to guide you home to the real you. And a lot of you, that's that truth that you are now privy to, that you are now aware of. Because there could be an important relationship that's brought you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well-being enter into this dynamic so that you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn. I call these karmic soulmates or karmic relationships. Even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable, the question is not, why did he or she do this to me, right? We don't want to get in that victim mode, that victim mentality of woe is me. Why did this person cheat? Why did this person lie? Why did they do this? But when we can ask, what is the gift in this? Look into the mirror, because you will only be changed for the better. And absolutely, you will be changed for the better here, because this is a change, one where you will never, ever, ever be the same version of who you were yesterday. Powerful energy here, Cancer. Now let's do a guided meditation here, or just a third eye opening. Usually we get a spirit animal message, but at this time, Cancer, I just ask if you can take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra. Close your eyes and tune into that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And take another nice deep breath in from the solar plexus. And upon your exhale, I want you to imagine the first crystal, gemstone, or mineral that shows up in your mind's eye. Maybe you're aware of what the gemstone is, what it's called. Perhaps it's a color. Maybe it's a feeling. Perhaps you see one gemstone or many. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do, Cancer, is drop that gemstone or crystal in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. So just pause the video if you need a moment to really connect and tune into the energy of your crystal. All right, let's see what's coming up for you. You have Demorterite, card 21. Now in tarot, 21 is the world. So that's an ending of a cycle. It's coming to the finish line here. It is a completion, which is also what December energy brings in as we get ready for the new year. Demorterite is also this deep, deep purple and blue energy here. Some of you may even be born on the 21st. Others of you may be in a life path 3 or in a 3 personal year. This is about clearing out the clutter. When it comes to relationships, Demorterite spirit has appeared to encourage you to bring about orderliness in your interactions with others and in your thinking about your relationships. And that kind of goes with the clarity, because once we have clarity, we're able to bring more order, right? More order, more decisiveness to our relationships. There's a sense of awareness here that maybe you didn't have before. It says, now is the perfect time to journal about your thoughts and feelings when it comes to people you care about. If challenging emotions come up, be secure in knowing that divine guidance is there for you and that the universe wants you to be happy. Demorterite spirit calls you to write lists. Right? This could be a pros and cons list. For some of you, it could be a list of what characteristics or what you would like to feel in a relationship. This can be about setting plans for what you want and need in your relationships. You are entitled to receive love easily and naturally. And as you get honest with yourself through journaling and list making, you will start to see whether you need to adjust your relationship to make this easier. Love yourself enough to journal about your truth as you collect your thoughts and get organized when it comes to planning how you might improve or enhance relationships. There could be a message, whether this is a text message, it could be an email. For some of you, you have maybe written something down, whether this is for a family member, for a partner, for an ex. Some of you are able to get it out easier on paper or, typing or something of that nature. If that is you, even if you don't intend on ever sending it, it could be very, very, very beneficial. Many, many years ago, I started, I've always been a journaler. I've always taken notes, but during some of the most challenging relationship times in my life, I have journaled the experience, the good, the bad, the ugly. And it's so interesting how much better you feel, but you also are able to tap into something that you aren't able to necessarily feel or see while you are going through it, but you're able to kind of see it when you have it out on paper or when you're looking at it from, a computer screen. When it's right in front of you, it's almost like you see it for what it is and you're like, wow, I didn't see it from that point of view, because you're able to look at it kind of like looking in the mirror, right? So Demorderite works to open and clear the third eye and crown chakras, especially for those of you that have been feeling a little bit indecisive or you haven't quite grasped some sort of concept or something happening quite yet. Trust that the divine has your back and supports you, because this is a very beneficial stone to carry with you if you have brain fog or if clarity is needed and required. And we see that you are gaining it here. But for those of you that need an extra little bump or an extra little boost, Demorderite can be the stone that helps you do that. It can also facilitate with psychic awareness, as it does open up the third eye and crown chakras. So for those of you that feel like you're not as in touch with your higher self, the higher realms, your guides, your angels, Demorderite energy can help you align with what it is that you need in order to get that clear vision moving forward. That is what I have for you, Cancer. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. Please do drop your crystals in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, share, whatever you feel compelled to do. I greatly appreciate your love, your kindness, and support. Thank you so much for tuning in, Cancer. Lots of love.